Hi, students. I'm Dr. Challa Krishnamir Abhishek, Executive Director, Dean Van Leeuwen, Peace Studies and Action Centers, India. So today we have with us the chairman, the founder, the director of EQ for Peace, Professor Matt Perlstein here with us. Hi, Matt.
Hello.
So
Hello.
our
Good to be
students
here.
are
Good to see
very
you.
excited to listen to you. So
Thank you.
today we have a topic we want to discuss on the most important topic that affects our students, that is fear, FEAR, fear. So generally, we say that fear is false evidence appearing real, and also FEAR is uh, basically, Nana, you can look at it in two ways. The first way is forget everything and run, FEAR. And the second one is uh, face everything and rise, FEAR. So basically, the student community chooses forget everything and run whenever they are, whenever they face their fears. So, for example, they have fear of examinations, they have fear of career, fear of future, fear of even asking questions, posing questions to teachers, because they think that, people will think about them in a wrong way. The teacher will think about them in a wrong way. Their classmates will think about them in a wrong way. So they don't pose questions if they don't understand. And similarly, they're very apprehensive when it comes to speaking and communicating in English. So their English expression, basically, they feel that they are doing it wrong. So they fear English speaking in English. So there are a lot of fears. Similarly, unfortunately, recently in India we had an aircraft crash, a flight crash, because of which many people actually developed this fear of flying. So how to overcome fear, Matt? How can we overcome fear and develop inner peace and confidence?
Hmm. Good question. Yeah, fear is a huge part of our lives, and if we don't take control over it, it takes control over us, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. That's not fun, and it doesn't lead to our inner peace by any means. So, I always ask, what is the purpose of fear? Why do we even have fear in our body? Why do we have it? And the answer is that it's for good. It's for our own good. It's our body's way of warning us and telling us to pay attention, to pay attention. It does not necessarily mean stop. Oh my goodness, we can't do that. Don't do that. It just means to pay attention. And as we evolved, our fears were given to us to warn us of pending disaster and problems, but they don't necessarily mean to stop. So what we try to do in what we call emotional intelligence, what we're talking about, emotional management, emotional mastery, is being able to master our fears, to being able to embrace them and take control over them. So some people practice actually doing things that frighten them so that they can get better at it. Imagine that, to actually do things that scare you because to get better at it, to get stronger at it. Because if our fear is so big that we can't even function, then that's we're not in control. But if we can say, hey, I'm afraid of this, I understand the worst case is not going to happen, then I can manage them. I can be in charge. I can control myself and my life, not let my fears get out of control and take over my life. Something like that, right?
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful, Matt. So basically, our students, they don't understand these simple techniques because everything is in the mind. And if you're in charge of the mind, then you're in charge of your world. You're in charge of everything. So it is
Right.
about controlling your mind. So engineering your mind. This is what is very important nowadays
Your mind and your
because
heart. Mind and your heart. Yep. Yep. So
so
we got three
tomorrow.
basic simple steps. May I have three basic simple steps? AAA. one, become aware of your fear. Become aware. Notice that you're feeling fear. Notice that it's in your body. Notice that you're scared of something. No, just notice, become aware of it. So that's step one. Step two is seems like a simple step, and it's simple, but it's not easy sometimes. It's just to accept it and say, acknowledge it and say, not deny to yourself or lie to yourself about it, but acknowledge it. So become aware and acknowledge that you have these fears, and then step three is decide to take some action. Step three is action or no action, but that puts you in control of your life. Once you're aware and you accept it, then you can decide, I'm going to do this anyway, or I'm not going to do it. But it puts you in control of your life, not your fears.
Yes, perfect, perfectly explained, man. So these three A's are very, very important. And then I wanted to add one more thing is our attitude towards life. A. So I think that is also very, very important for us to look at life, perceive things in a different way, transform our thinking is what is very, very important. We have been victims of the circumstances. Now it's time for us to uh, fight the circumstances, face the circumstances, and also once you start facing it, automatically you will rule over your situations and your circumstances and your
Mm,
fears. So your
yeah.
fears will become like nothing. They'll become dust. Once you start facing them. So whenever I ask anyone, how to what to do, when there's a situation which I fear, I generally tell them
Mm,
face it, because if you face it, you'll know that there's nothing in it.
mm,
It most of the fears stem from others' experiences, and very few stem
mm,
from our experiences. So it's better, we understand the whole situation completely, analyze it, and then think whether to fear it or not. And in
mm,
99% of the cases, we'll understand that fear is nothing. It's actually of no use. The fear is of no use, and there's nothing to fear about. Is what we'll understand when we analyze situations, es- especially because we look at situations from others' perspectives. But no,
mm.
we should definitely experience it and also learn more about it in order to come out of it. So is what I wanted to tell Matt. And wonderful, Matt. Thank you so much. And tomorrow in India, we have a festival. We call it Guru Purnima. So in Guru Purnima, we venerate our gurus. So today, because you are my guru, so I want to venerate you. Thank you so much, man, for all the knowledge you shared with us. And may this continue for a very, 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 very long time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
man. So, and also, in the students, in the next sessions, we'll discuss about addictions and OCD. Thank you, students. Thank you so much. Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much. And any last message to our students before we close?
Just the I like your A about attitude. Your attitude is that I'm in charge, not my emotions. I'm in charge, not my emotions. So if I find that I am being a fearful, if they get really big, we could say specifically, what am I afraid of? It's usually a picture that we have in our mind. It's usually something in the future. It's not in the past, it's in the future. We're afraid of something that's going to happen, not something that already happened. And we could say, all right, I'm going to be in charge of this. I'm going to learn about myself. I'm going to be able um, when I'm afraid, I tend to hide, or when I'm afraid, I tend to um, uh, go into my addictions. That's where our addictions are a lot of the times. Start using or drinking or doing something to get rid of our fear. That's not a good way to do that. If we face our fears, if we have an attitude where we're in charge of our own emotions, then we can manage our own lives better. So yeah, I like that attitude as one of the A's.
Wonderful, wonderful, Professor Matt. Thank you so much, Professor Matt Perlstein. See you again in another episode. Thank you so much.
Take charge. All right. Bye all.
See you.